Do you think $1 million goes far in today's real estate market?
Try again!
In today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tour 9 properties here with you. We're going to show you properties in 3 different areas: Toronto, Brampton, and Mississauga. I'm going to show you what you can get for under $1 million. If you've got that $1 million budget, sit tight. You might actually be surprised at how much home you can get in some areas, or you might be shocked at how little you're actually going to get in others. So let's get started. By the end of the video, you are going to walk away with lots of information for yourself here. You're going to walk away with obviously me showcasing you options for under $1 million in each city, some insights into the types of homes you can actually buy at this price point in different cities you might not have been considering, and I'm going to give you some pro tips to get the best value in the GTA housing market. And if you're thinking about what not to buy in the GTA, you can always watch my Never Buy These Types of Homes video up here. You'll get all the information you need on what to avoid when you are buying a home in the Greater Toronto area. You don't want to miss that video. So let's start with Brampton. We're going to take a look at 3 properties in Brampton, all under $1 million, and we're going to show you what is truly affordable in today's market. So the first property we're going to pull up, everything we're looking at today, let me preface it, is currently on the real estate market. So if you want to see any of them in person, comment down below, message me at the number here on screen, and I'm happy to show any of them to you. So the first property we're going to look at is listed for $949,000. This is on Drinkwater in Brampton, so Chinguacousy and Steeles area, Chinguacousy and Queen Street area. Mavis is Chinguacousy. If you're not from Brampton, Mavis does transition at Steeles into Chinguacousy Road, and that's where this one is just located off of Chinguacousy. So 192 Drinkwater Road, listed for $949,000. Detached home with 4 bedrooms. As you can see here, car and a half garage, nice looking little detached property. When you get inside the home, it's been staged, so don't let the staging distract you from what actually is there. There is some older tile, but the layout does look like it's very, very functional, with a dining room here, a nice tray ceiling and chandelier. You got an eat-in kitchen, not massive, but it does look like you have a really nice pantry on the side here. That's something that if you spend a lot of time in the kitchen, the pantry is going to be extremely valuable to you in particular. And here are the rest of the pictures here on that main level. A lot of people would actually open up this main level by removing this wall. Obviously, there's more money to be spent in any house. You can design it however you'd like. With enough money and a positive attitude, it can all be done, that's for sure. So here you are. There is a sitting space or potentially another dining room if you wanted to flip-flop the other 2 behind the eat-in kitchen. Main floor laundry here as well, which is great. And then let's take a look at what these bedrooms are actually going to offer you here. So bedroom number 1 with the ensuite, bedroom number 2, and your additional bedrooms master or primary is going to have Jack and Jill, a little bit dated with the red tile. You can tell by the countertop here that it's definitely dated. It's older style here. Shower, so you might want to, you got a bidet, so definitely it's got some age to it here. Side entrance has been advertised. It is in Brampton. You're going to see a lot of these side entrances. So this is property number 1 that you can secure for under $1 million. Now, I'm going to actually take you to a different area of Brampton, one that's a little bit more, we'll call it like prestigious, so to speak. So if you wanted to go into the downtown Brampton core, it's not that far from where we just were, but you can take a peek on Mill Street here. You're going to see a lot more century homes, a lot more character. And this guy here, excuse me, is listed at $998,000, 3 bed, 3 bath. Let's take a peek at it here. I do love a little old character mixed with some new updates. So as you can see here, it's all been fully renovated. Beautiful looking interior, still staged. Keep in mind, furniture doesn't come with it, but it gives you an idea of what you can actually do with a home like this yourself. Just a nice little setup, nice and clean. You don't have as much space for the eat-in kitchen, but here's a peek at what the bathrooms look like. Very clean, simply done with the rain shower faucet there. Your upper level, you've got your 1, your 2, and your 3 bedrooms there. So very, very nicely done. Additional shower upstairs as well. These are older homes, so you're not going to have a ton of space in them. Have your laundry upstairs, and then It's rare. You don't always get a basement downtown Brampton, but you do have a basement down here that's finished. It's got a little bit of storage, an additional bathroom, and then you do have that side entrance there for yourself. Obviously, backyard full of snow at the moment, but a nice piece of property here as well on Mill Street. So this is a nice option. If you want to be downtown Brampton, for $1 million, this is something that you might want to consider taking a peek at. Now, let's zoom out here and let's go take a look in a completely different area in Brampton. Let's go and take a look out further on the north end here. So let's go northeast Brampton in the Vales of Castlemore, a very, very popular area. And what you're going to get here for $949 is a, I guess we'll call it like a bungalow style home here, or back split, so 1+2, so 3 bedrooms on this guy here. Nice, older, more mature neighborhood. You can see, because it's a back split, you've got great windows here in the front, so you're gonna have some good exposure in the basement. Now let's take a peek what we got up here. So you've got your living space, a little bit more dated with the paint colors that are used, but you've got your hardwood flooring. Nice spot for a dining table, older tile still. But if you're in the Vales of Castlemore, you might want to consider still going forward with a property like this and updating it, because you're in an area that's going to hold value very, very well. Obviously, we've got some older furniture and paint colors that aren't making it look the most appealing, but that's all stuff that can be changed. You got a walkout basement here with 2 additional bathrooms, and let's take a peek at the backyard here as well. So you have the ensuite in the basement, which is great. And then you have your nice little garden in the back here, growing some vegetables with your, I guess, separate entrance. So you do have 2 backyard access points here, one at the bottom and one at the top. So potentially, if you wanted to use it as an in-law suite, that might be something that would work for you. Now, the next spot I want to travel to is Mississauga. So let's take a peek at what Mississauga offers you for $1 million. So I'm going to stick with the trend here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in Toronto, but let's see if we can't find 3 detached homes under $1 million in Mississauga right now. And we've got just about that many options, so let's take a peek here. We've got something out in the Erin Mills area, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms here on Millway Gate. Older, little detached with your vinyl siding here. Great driveway though, really good size. Nice front porch, a little bit overgrown in the pictures, but that's not a big deal. You can cut it all back, or it's winter now, so a lot of this stuff might actually be gone. So let's take a peek inside. Hardwood flooring, a little bit dated on the furniture side of things. Your kitchen is not huge. You have just almost like a galley style kitchen, but it's not as tight as some of the others I've seen. Now it is got your wallpaper, you got your parquet floor, you got your carpets upstairs. So there's some updating that needs to be done. Your bathrooms look a little bit dated as well. So this is property number 1. You got lots of updates that need to happen, but you're going to be able to still secure for $1 million or less a detached home here. So let's see what the other options are that are actually in that same price point. Let's take a peek here on Luzon. This has been on the market for 15 days. It actually is sold conditional. Let's take a peek at something that's still available. We've got something on Confederation Parkway. So this guy here is just 1 picture. Why is that 1 picture? This is a good learning point for you. If you're looking on MLS and you're looking out there and there's 1 picture and you're asking yourself, what does the inside of the home actually look like? Well, I can tell you there's 1 picture because the home is either a complete teardown, they're selling the lot value, or there's a tenant inside the property. In this case, it does to me look like this is going to be a property that you are just buying the lot for. And it is a 50 by 125 foot lot. So for $1 million, they are trying to sell the lot here, is what I can discern just off the top of my head here. So let's take a peek in Cawthra. Cawthra, a great area, one of my favorites. You got good access to the 403 here, 410's right there. And then if you wanted to go down to the QEW, you also have really good access. So Cawthra, in terms of access points, very, very convenient. Nicely done with a new modern garage door, front porch. I do like a raised bungalow myself. That is the style of home we have here. And It's fairly open. You have your living, dining. It looks like they've actually removed a partial of that wall here, or no, potentially at one point they might have potentially removed that partial wall. Now you've got one kitchen, and it looks like you also have a second kitchen in the basement that they're advertising, which is great. If you have in-laws, if you have somebody else who's going to be potentially living in the basement, that's going to offer more options. Somebody else can help pay down your mortgage, or you can live with family and they can help take care of your kids potentially if that's something that you guys are looking for. This home does not need near the upgrades in the other homes that we've seen, and it has a nice, beautiful backyard as well. Look, you got nice little yard, you got some patio, you got some deck. It's a good combination of everything. This has been on the market for 7 days and it's priced at $1 million. Now, the tricky part, we are actually going to see if we can get something in Toronto for $1 million that's detached. And I'll tell you right off the bat, there's not going to be a lot of options, but we are going to see what we can come up with. We're going to go as close to the downtown core as possible. Now, let's see what we can actually find. If I click off of something, it's because they're likely set up for a bidding war, like this guy here on day one, and this guy here still in the first week of being on the market. But let's find it. We can do it. We've got one. $999. It is an older little bungalow. It is in Toronto though, and you do have a garage and some parking and a yard. This is priced under $1 million, or right at $1 million. Expect some work to be done here, but let's take a look. Let's see how much work needs to be done. Got carpet throughout the main level. Your storage and your kitchen area does need some love. All of this needs to be worked on quite a bit, and there's no basement pictures, but you can pretty easily tell that the basement is unfinished and it's going to need a lot of work. So property number one in Toronto, you are going to require $1 million to get something that needs to either be torn down or do some work. So let's go into an area where we can definitely find some detached homes that are going to fit the bill for us here. We have one here in North York, still considered Toronto if you're looking at the map here. This guy is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and let's take a look inside at what that's going to offer us here. Older parquet flooring, but still looks nice and bright. A tighter kitchen, but it looks like it has been renovated as well. And let's take a peek upstairs. Newer flooring, so the parquet has been replaced. We obviously have multiple beds in some of these rooms, potentially an elderly person, but that's not a big deal. They have lots of space in this 4-bedroom home. It looks like it's ready to be moved out of. And then you have your finished basement here as well. Definitely nothing that's extremely exciting, but it is an option that you can actually move into and live in. And let's take a look at this last property here in North York, a raised bungalow, similar to the first one, but it's not going to need the same amount of work. As you can see, they've actually done a little bit of work, found a way to mount that TV on that wall, which is very unique. And have those plants there. Beautiful kitchen, nice large appliances, lots of bright light in this kitchen. Nice main floor bedroom, very interesting, especially if you have kids or if you have somebody who's elderly there. That might be a really good option for them. And as you can see, the rest of the home, the upper level, you've got a couple other bedrooms that might work. And you also have your laundry in the basement with a little kitchenette and an additional storage space here. So you got lots of storage in the basement. You got a decent sized yard here as well. So what are we actually seeing out there? You've seen Mississauga, you've seen Toronto, and you've seen Brampton. We're comparing them all. If I am the one who's picking where I'm going to live, I'm likely going to pick Brampton if I'm just choosing based on what I can get house-wise. If I don't care about the house and I care about location, I'm probably picking Toronto. But if I want a good combination, or a compromise rather, I'm gonna have to pick Mississauga because I can get on the transit, get down to Toronto if I need to go that way. Mississauga is a good balance. Toronto, you might not want to put that kind of work into a home, or you might not want to live in North York or Scarborough where you can get that detached home for that price point. Of course, we were just taking a look at the detached that were available. You can find yourself a semi or a townhouse under $1 million in Toronto and some of these surrounding areas. So don't get yourself too worried about that. Before you start house hunting, these are some of my tips though for getting the most out of your $1 million budget. Understand your needs right off the bat. Prioritize what matters to you. Is it space, location, or features? You might not need a detached home, and that might be good. You might only need a condo, and in that case, you might have $1 million budget, but you might only want to spend $800,000. Save that additional money. Get pre-approved, know your budget, and act fast if the market is competitive, or take your time if the market is not moving quickly. Really be methodical, take your time, be patient with what the market's offering you and what types of houses that are available. Lastly, you should work with an expert, somebody who can actually guide you throughout this market. Is it worth buying this home that needs the work done because it actually has potential to be worth a lot more? Or should you just run? That is what the experts like myself will be able to guide you through as you are going through this home journey. So hopefully those tips can help. Now, a lot of these factors, that's going to make or break why you want to live in one of these three areas if we're choosing between these three. So there you have it. Not only have I showed you 3 properties under $1 million in each area, I brought a new hat with me this video. And if you're looking for more space and you're ready to start your home search, you can always text me at the number here on screen, or check the pinned comment down below for all my free resources, along with the link to book a one-on-one call with me to discover what it is I can help you with in this real estate market. I want to thank you so much for watching this video once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.